great parties. Seriously, go to one. The problem is, no matter how great his party is, you probably won't remember it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Peter Bumcrot.
For coming out, you didn't have to be here, but you are, and I love that. Thank you. I love you guys. So, all right, now enough of the sentimental shit. I was hoping you guys could help me out. Came up with like this ethical dilemma. So I had this dream. And in this dream, now I should explain first. I watched this TV show with this couple called Stefan and Elena. I should pump the brakes and explain this is a vampire romance TV show. And I should really tell you, I'm like a 14-year-old girl when it comes to TV. Because, the best part of my Thursday is finding out what's happening next on this vampire romance. Probably just like one step away from having a slumber party, watching 13 going on 30, and painting my toenails. So expect that at my next party. Anyways, I'm in this dream, and I'm Stefan. And I'm talking to this random girl, and because Stefan's a sexy vampire, I'm doing really well. I'm like this close to sealing the deal. And then, but I'm like fully aware that I'm not actually Stefan, I'm just Peter in Stefan's body. And then I start thinking, whoa, what if Elena finds out about this? Is this cheating? This is kind of a gray area, and it really started bugging me. And I couldn't do anything the whole dream, because I was thinking Stefan, I think we get along in real life, and how does he explain that to Elena? Some random jack-off stole my body and slept with some chick, but it wasn't me. It's not a viable excuse. So, I woke up. So you guys have heard of sex dreams. That was an abstinence dream. It's really, jarring. And most of the times when you wake up from a dream, you're sleeping, and then you get up and you're like, oh, I'm awake now, I'm not hallucinating anymore. Didn't happen. I did not miss a beat. I woke up and I was still thinking, what should I have done without have been cheating? And I started bugging my friends about it. And then, of course, they look at me like, well, you know that that's not how real life works. Or dreams, or TV. You're a physics major. Shouldn't physical reality be somewhat of a strong suit for you? And people ask me, why are you a physics major? That sounds miserable, and I have a very easy answer to this. Flashback. I'm 5 years old. My dad shows me Star Wars. And so I'm watching this, and I'm getting really worked up and excited about it. So afterwards, or during the movie, I just say my dad, I want that. Point to a lightsaber. And I want that. Why can't I get that? And I was like, that's not real. It's kind of it does not compute for a 5-year-old. It's what the butt? No, why don't we have lightsabers? X-wings? Lando Calrissian? Come on! And then he told me, well, they have way more advanced technology. Again, I'm 5, so I say, what do all of those words mean? And once I get the points, then I realize, holy shit. All I've got to do is study science, and we're that much closer to lightsabers? Really? Awesome. And then a couple of years back, I see the first Iron Man movie, which is, essentially a movie about a man who uses science to build an invincible suit of armor. And with it, he kills terrorists / Jeff Bridges and gets with Gwyneth Paltrow. Decision made. Major declaration, not a problem. So I don't know if you guys remember this, and I pity you if you don't. For Loco. For those of you that don't know, Four Loko was a malt beverage, better described as a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde potion. It was named Four Loko because of the 4 main ingredients, or the 4 locos. We've got caffeine, taurine, guarana, and alcohol. Thank you for alcohol. So, anyway, I've always thought of these 4 locos as a superhero team. Following the classic rubric for an action team. So caffeine is the very charismatic, on top of it leader. They're always upbeat. They got their next move planned. Taurine kind of sounds like a minotaur. I think they're the muscle of the group. If something needs to be done, no thinking, just brute force, that's taurine. Guarana sounds kind of feminine. So I thought like Lorana is like the woman slash brains of the group, you know, kind of like a Velma from Scooby-Doo. So then there's alcohol. Alcohol's the wild card. Wild card. Thank you, Ben Strout. Wild card himself. So, you know, then I think like, what will these four locos do? Like, what does a superhero team of this caliber handle? And I thought, this is best expressed through like a Disney TV show. And I've always thought it's about this like 9-year-old kid. And he comes into some like minor problem in his life. You know, maybe something, he wants to play hooky, maybe the principal's getting on his case. So he turns to the four locos to help him out. And you know, like Caffeine is the first one on the scene. And gets there, starts like, you know, presenting a pretty good plan and, you know, making sense. Taurine comes in, kind of upsets the balance. You know, he's being a little too like muscly and forceful, not good group dynamic with Taurine. Lorana comes in, no one listens. I told you, Kawana's like Velma. You should have seen that one coming. So, then you've got alcohol, wild card. That's where you roll the dice. Because either, you know, he can make that situation awesome or shitty. Especially combined with his teammates. And then I always thought the best part of this TV show is that there's this kind of Calvin and Hobbes effect. Where to the kid, he has this amazing adventure with these four superheroes, the four locos. And then at the end of every episode, his like parents walk in and they just see their kid just like wasted, pounding stupid shit. Okay guys, that's my time. Thank you so much.
For what it's worth, I always had the hots for Velma, my first ever sex dream.